So today we are going to explain two of the most important tenses in the English language, and they will improve your speaking, especially when you are trying to tell a story. Okay?
Okay.
So now if I ask you a question, tell me about an interesting event that happened to you in 2016, for example. So what do you think is the tense that you are going to reply with?
Past.
Past, good job. But what kind of past? Can you guess?
Past perfect.
You are close. Something
Past.
that happened and finished.
Past simple.
Yes, good job. Past simple. So this is the first tense that we are going to explain today. Okay. The next one is, now this is a timeline, and for example, you started doing something at 2 o'clock, okay?
Yes.
And you continued doing this thing until 4 p.m. from 2 to 4, okay? But this timeline or this event or this action that you did was yesterday. So yesterday you started doing something from 2 to 4.
Yes.
So if you would like to express this action, what tense are you going to use?
Past continuous.
Past continuous, good job, because you continued doing this thing from 2 to 4, so it was a progressive action or a continuous one. Okay, so those are the two tenses that we are going to explain today. They will improve your speaking, especially when you are trying to tell anyone about something that happened to you in the past or any story. Another thing is the word while. We are going to learn how to use while to connect two sentences in both tenses. One sentence in the past simple connected with one sentence in the past continuous using while. We're also going to explain today. Okay?
Okay.
So now let's compare between the past simple and past continuous. So both of them happened in the past, right? But for example, if I said I watched TV yesterday versus what do you think is the form of the verb here? Can you remember the present continuous?
Yes.
What was the form of the verb in the present continuous?
Present. Am and is and are.
Good job.
Plus ing.
Perfect. Verb in the ing. So it was verb to be in the present plus verb in the ing. But what do you think is the past continuous?
Was.
Perfect.
And where?
So the same. Good job. Verb to be, but in the past, as you said, was or were plus verb and ing. So this sentence in the past simple, watched, but will it change here in past continuous to what? I comes with was or were? What do you think?
Was.
Is it singular or plural?
Singular.
Good job. So it
Was.
comes with was. Perfect. So I was. And what is the main verb here?
Watch.
Watch. But I can't say I was watch, right?
Yes.
I would add what?
ing.
Good job. So I was watching TV yesterday. What are the other words that I can use to talk about past in general? Yesterday, last week, for example, or last year, right?
Yes.
So all of these called finished time markers. That means the event had finished. Is there any connection to the present time or not?
Not.
No, there's no connection to the present time. That's why we use a finished time marker. Yesterday, last week, last year. For example, the word ago. I can say 2 years ago, 2 weeks ago. So again, all of these are finished time markers. So as you can see, the verb in the past simple could be ending in ed or what or what? Can you remember? Ed or d or ied. If you can remember the present simple, we had es
Yes.
and s and ies. Here it's d, ed or d or ied. But in the past continuous, as I said, we have verb to be in the past plus the verb plus ing. Okay. Now we are going to watch an interesting story, a video that telling you about a story. And this story is going to tell you about the word while, and also is going to tell you about the past simple and past continuous, so you will learn how to speak using those two tenses and how can you tell a story using both of those tenses. Okay? So while watching this video, I'd like you to pay attention and carefully listen to the sentences in the past simple and in the past continuous and write them down. I'm going to play it more than one time, don't worry.
Okay.
So write them down and then we are going to discuss them together.
On a cold, dark night, Alyssa was working late at meal.
Interesting for you?
Yes, very much.
Okay, good job. So now I'd like to ask you, did you spot or did you listen to any sentences in the past simple or the past continuous?
Yes.
Did you write them down?
Yes.
Okay, can you tell me at least anything else?
Yes, but I can't understand.
Okay, what is it?
While she was walking, she heard some footsteps behind her.
While she was walking, she heard
Some footsteps.
some footsteps behind her. Behind her. Continuous, we said it's something that started at a point of time in the past, but continued to another point, but also in the past, right?
Yes.
So it's kind of a long action, right?
Mm.
So the past continuous, we can see this is the long action. So imagine that you were walking, that was the long action, maybe from 2 to 4, from 2 to 5, and something like that. But then suddenly, you heard some footsteps behind you. So this is what? This is kind of a short action, right?
Yes.
A short or sudden action. So this short sudden action interrupted the long action.
Yes.
Okay, so that's why we use while. So while followed by the long action. So while she was walking in the street, for example, suddenly a short action interrupted her walking. What happened? She heard some footsteps behind her. Okay?
Yes.
Okay, so now what I need you to do is to do a bit of exercise. We have a story, and this story, there are some sentences were removed from the story. So what I need you to do is to read the story and try to fill the blank. Okay, so now this is the story that we talked about. Hands up, I've got a burger. And those are the sentences that you try to fill the blank with here. Actually, I have 2 stories, but let's start only with the first one.
Okay.
So now try to try to read this one and answer number 1.
Okay.
Okay? So I will give you like 1 minute to finish, then we will discuss it together.
Okay.
Okay?